Hello, this is Norm again, and we've been going through the Memorandum of Understanding for Lighthouse 247, which is 30 days of 24/7 worship and prayer in Athens, Greece. And the Memorandum of Understanding is for anyone from outside of Greece, but is also helpful for those who are in Greece. And really, it's just presenting the facts as we presently know them to kind of give a vision to set a standard of what we expect to see, that we want to see in regards to this 30 days of establishing a 24/7 house of prayer in the spirit of the Tabernacle of David. Now, if you go to, we talked about the place, we talked about the introduction, what it is, a little bit about the house of prayer, and what participants can expect. That was part 3. Now, part 4, what we want to do is, if you look on page 3, requirements to participate in November. So the first thing is that you probably already saw on the landing page, which is www.lighthouse247.org. There's just a brief description of what we're doing, and then there's a registration. We want everybody to register. Okay, so we have that application that will give us a brief sketch of your life and how you could plug in, what gifts you bring to the body. And we're hoping to have around 200 people. It may be more, it may be less. So while we cannot know everybody beforehand, we want to be sure that those who come are really being sent by the Holy Spirit and are associated with the local fellowship and really akin to what we're all about. That's the idea of the application. We're asking, if you see the note there, for a voluntary $70 application fee, which will cover expenses related to event costs. And you can give this $70 through PayPal, a PayPal account on www.elijahcompany.org, help for donations, okay? And so really what this will cover is the cost of the venue. We're expecting there to be a cost of around €1,000 for heating fuel for that month, for utilities, for transportation, local transportation, for various other things, printing costs and so on and so forth. So this is a voluntary. We can't enforce this with everybody, but we're just putting that out there to ask you to help us with that. The other thing is, number B, letter B, is affirmation and confirmation. There are two words in this regard. Number one is, we see this as scriptural, Acts 13:1 and 2. So when the first sending of the missionaries from the church in Antioch was Acts 13:1 and 2, Barnabas and Saul, and it was in the midst of a sacred assembly where the elders, or the teachers, and the prophets were ministering to the Lord. It was a ministry to the Lord, just like we're trying to do here. And the Holy Spirit spoke in the midst of them and said, "Set apart for us Barnabas and Saul for the work which I have." And so we use this as a model to say that if people are going out to join a work that the Lord is doing somewhere else, that they should be sent out by a fellowship. And there's various kinds of fellowships. It could be a big church, a small church, it could be a house church. But to know that you belong to somebody and that you or nobody else is acting independently in the body, in the kingdom, but is acting interdependently. And we do this ourselves. When we have a vision or a desire, or we sense the Lord saying something, we run it by our board of directors, we run it by our church leadership, our elders, and then our constituents. And then the second part of this, which I have listed on this page, is right here. It says, "It seemed good to us, it seemed good to the Holy Spirit and to us." Acts 15:28. So the Holy Spirit confirms His pleasure through the pleasure of the local assembly. And so that's what we really want to see, affirmation and confirmation. So this is the end of part 4. I talked about affirmation and confirmation. We'll continue with part 5 of the Memorandum of Understanding for November in Athens, 30 days of 24/7 worship and prayer. Thank you.